Alright, here's a full list of trigger warnings for this game, The Letter. If any of these do trigger you, please do not watch. You can go and pause it, as this time I will not read out all of it. But please turn back if these do cause you any problems. Right? Thank you, and please enjoy the episode. There we go. Okay. Alright, recording again, and let's load game and be traumatized again. Woo!
I'm turning down the volume of the phone.
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so before I start, again, I'm gonna look at the journal, because there's something new in it. Okay. While looking for her missing co-agent, Isabella Santos found a mysterious letter in the Ermengarde mansion attic. Driven to fear by what she read inside, thinking it's the place's curse at work, she hurried to leave the place, only to meet. Yeah, I met the terrifying, creepy lady that scares me now. God, that was a freaky ass thing. Jesus Christ. Alright. A buzz breaks the silence. I start to rouse, pulling into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. I just want to sleep, but the incessant buzzing, poking, and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to get up. Isabella? 5 more minutes, Becca. I swat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. Come on, can't I just get a few extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard when I'm up. A hand lightly taps my cheek, and something cold is suddenly being pressed against the back of my head. The icy sensation slowly spreads through the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling. Oh dear, is she alright? Isabella? Isabella, gosh, can you hear me? Isabella? Fog immediately lifts from my mind the moment I recognize the voice, and my eyes snap open. There, looking down at me, is Rose. Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to ask why there's someone else beside her. Rose's posture screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face. Or trying, at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds, only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. She hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it where I suspect a small bump's already formed. It's a light ache if the area indicates anything. Alright, Isabella, where are we? The Ermengarde mansion. Why? Ouch, my head. In the date today? October 21st? Rose? Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order? Wait, count to 15 in reverse order? Does it mean count from 15, actually? Oh well. 15, 14, 13, 12, no, that's wrong. Why are we doing this? She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious. This time, I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her, what with the way she towers over us. And here I thought Rose was already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? But with how primly dressed she is, I don't think anyone would want to clean in a suit, an expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. I can't help but fold my arms protected over me as she does. She may be far from the cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor during evaluation. Just do it, please. I eyed them both warily, but recite everything she asked. I just realized Rose wasn't any of the ones in the trailer, I don't think. So is she not a cursed person? I think that's a good question. And I think I saw Ash in there. Is he a cursed guy? Was it Ash?
I think.
You didn't even see it. You don't even know what Ash looks like at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was Ash. Okay. Alright, anyway, let's go back. Rosie's... Oh my god. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done. You scared me for a moment. I thought I was about to call for an ambulance. Are you alright? Exasperation soon replaces stoic. Memory's a little fuzzy, but the attic and there was someone, Rose, in the attic. Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It was probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss sent for them this morning for some last minute. No, not any of those. I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place. Both Rose and the lady looked at me like I've grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose quickly cast an apologetic smile at the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile, the same one she taught me back when I was a trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients, or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gave me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose potential sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. She takes both my shoulders, gently squeezes it, and with as much patience as she can muster. As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I really didn't get a call from you. You know the signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Wait, I just saw something. If she didn't call, and she wasn't here before, did she never call, period? Did she not call me earlier? What was that? Oh god. Okay, whatever. Isabel, I'm gonna ask again. Are you really alright? What happened? I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic, and there's whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no, do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We're gonna get so much trouble if somebody gets stolen, Rose. Perhaps it is a concussion. Are you sure you feel fine? We could call for an ambulance. I could cover for you. No. I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work. Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't miss an important sale because of a minor bump on the head. An extremely minor bump. I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing. Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. In a mansion this big? Well, there's also the part where I may lose the bonus BRC promise, but that's completely besides the point. Sure. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase railing to steady myself, but otherwise I feel fine. See, I'm A-okay. The two of them exchange worried glance, and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lip in anticipation. If she says no... Alright, you win. A smile threatens to slip out from me. But if I see you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear? Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose. You insisted, but remember what I said. First night of you looking not okay, we're off. No questions asked. It's just a small bump, don't worry. You shouldn't downplay these things. It could be serious for all we know. Suddenly a small cough sounds against the walls of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us. Her stare making me shrink a little back myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is. But not in a scary negative way. Far from it, actually. Her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me probably would have wished to be like her. I like her response. She coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my throat at sight of it, and Rose, as usual, is swift to catch my blunders. My sincerest apologies, Miss. McCullough? Yeah, Marion McCullough. She hands Rose her business card. Marion McCullough, Traley Rose Design. Interior designer? Okay. So is she the one who helped us fix up the house, maybe? The words interior designer catch my eyes before my partner flips it over. Oh, it's probably someone interested in mansion for its 17th century influences then. Oh, never mind, I lied. I won't hold it against her, though. Despite the hearsay and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing. After all, with what it offers, this place is also a haven for people looking to live in somewhere classic historical charm. Miss McCullough. Miss McCullough. I'm not really sure if that's how I'm supposed to say this name. Oh well. I'm Moses Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll start on our tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please... Thanks, there's really no need though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I could check the estate before I meet the homeowners. Rose's confusion is impossible to miss as she glanced at me, and I returned it with an equally perplexed look. And against my better judgment, I blurted out the first question that comes to mind. I'm sorry, homeowners? I should have kept my mouth shut. A flash of irritation crossed her face, but it instantly disappeared under the mask of professional detachment. Yes, Hannah, right? I was hired by her to handle the interior design for the newly bought home. This is Ermengarde Mansion, right? It is, but she pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. Suddenly, Rose nudged me with her elbow. We'll check with our supervisor, because I don't know. Yeah, we never got any... We were told that this house was sold already. Those few moments have given me enough time to clear my head of any nervousness or confusion clouding it. It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware that the mansion was already sold. What do you mean? I almost flinch when she turns the gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the business. This mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has been closed on a particular property. If you like, my co-worker and me can check with them right now. She nods, seemingly deep in thought after I finished. She appears to be a reasonable person, anyway. Given the proper explanation, she surely understands. I thought something looked odd when I arrived here. Excuse me, I think I need to make a call to my secretary. Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos. With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves. That seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I sigh in relief. Disaster averted. I almost miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, and I can't help but swallow pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number for our Luxembourg office and check, even if she didn't ask for it. I'll be very frustrated if for some reason something has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level unfair. I've been working hard for this. Moments later, Miss McCullough returns, looking a little frustrated with an apology clear on her face. I feel a little sorry for her having to go through all this trouble. There seems to have been a misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'd be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it was a waste of time to leave after a long drive. I might as well wait for them here. Certainly, you can stay in the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guest arrives. And Isabella, I've left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Could you please get them for me? Rosie glanced at her wristwatch before tossing me a set of keys. And hurry, we got a few minutes. Still got a few minutes to double check those papers. Okay, got it. The two of them disappeared behind the parlor's door. Okay, before I go on, first I'm going to check my relationships. What happened with that? I'm not sure. Oh wait, Marianne. Oh yeah, that was that lady. Okay. Hey, my relationship with her went up. Woo! From the way it looks, though, if I'm just guessing on where each of these are, I'm guessing Hannah and me aren't very good friends, and same with me and Luke. In the trailer, though, I don't really know about him in the trailer, though. He seemed kind of, something off about him, I guess. I don't know how to explain that one. Then it looks like Ashton and me were on neutral terms, or on decent terms. And then Zach, we're on good terms, it looks like. And Rebecca and me were on the highest. But my screw up in the last one, me saying she's not my mom, that went down. But me and Marianne have gone up, so yay. Okay, whatever. Shit. Were you running the microwave?
You can hear it.
Okay, so
Microwave just went off.
in the new timeline, Rose Cooper, along with the woman who introduced herself as Marianne McCullough, found Isabella Santos lying unconscious in the mansion foyer before the open house started. Unable to recall what happened prior, Isabella insisted on working despite her co-agent's worries about her well-being. Okay. Alright. The two of them disappeared behind the parlor's door. Their departure brings with it a stillness to keep me company, neither welcoming nor comforting. Damn it. Alone like this, it's impossible not to think of what really happened. I wish the memory isn't as elusive as normal is. Don't die. Isabella here in this game is gonna die. This is a sign you're gonna die now.
I was swallowing half of my food wrong.
Then again, Rose already said she didn't. Oh my god, dude. Please don't. Legitimately, please don't actually die.
I'm not going to. I'm just coughing. But my eyes are watering out too, though.
Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any calls from me. Was it just paranoia? A temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Probably. I didn't want to think of it as such. Better think of it as such so I can work in peace. Don't think of it as such. It happened. It all happened. It's such a small part of my mind begs to differ, and if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know what it is in this house, and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have just handed me dig in my palm, its jagged edges creating shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I'm clutching it. It's a reminder of what I still need to do, and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer close to my body, I exit the house to go where Rose asked me. Just a few more hours, Bella. Sell the house, get the money. Oh shit! Wow. Okay. A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time we officially open the doors. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth and status had all dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors, composed of a medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and figures are adorned with silver and gold, glinting in the sun. Even some have ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. Why? Why do you need the little fancy feathery hat things? I never really understood that. And why are the people all dressed in the nines for just an opening house? I really hope there aren't any magpies nearby in like the stories. Those birds will have a field day with us. They're murmuring amongst themselves, looking at the estate facade appraisingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has superior architecture. But most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased about being ordered around, but what can they do about it? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled out our sign-up forms before joining a assisted group. Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor. Hearing this, a few wandered to me. There are mostly old ladies who seem daunted by the idea of climbing the stairs. Is that Luke and Hannah, the two people that I'm not on good terms with?
I don't know.
I think so. Miss McCullough also joins our group, but what really catches my eye is ugly dressed pair she approaches. It's so nice to finally meet you. The Chief Inspector Lee mentioned a famous interior designer is in town. I knew I had to get you. Your confidence in my skill is flattering, ma'am. I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne. Oh, you know each other? Not at all, ma'am. You mentioned something about Marianne on the way here, darling. Oh yes, I think I did. They must be the clients she was talking about. I might have seen their face somewhere. Some magazine? Or television? I can't quite remember. Okay, so it's not that I'm not on good terms with them, I just don't know them. That's probably it then. And based on them being fancy, they might not like me because I'm not properly fancy lady. Whatever, I don't care. Isabel might in the game though. But again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news one way or another. I won't be surprised if these two already have. For people who are popular though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others in their simplicity. The couple stands out. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wandering eyes. People. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind though. And if I'm going to be a bit bolder in my assumption, I'd say he's basking in the attention. Both of them, in fact. I think they're brother and sister if it wasn't for their public display of affection. The matching rings on their fingers just cement the fact that they're indeed a couple. Oh, that's cute. My only sunshine. Whatever. A couple or not, what's important is to get the deal closed before the current owners can even think about canceling the listing. I just hope one of the people in my group, or Rose's group, is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. So with papers in hand, I lead the way. When they aren't whispering among themselves or oohing and ahhing over one thing or another, they ask questions. From how the restoration process went to the history of the place, I answer them all. More than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture mostly. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about the urban legend. Not good material for sales, even if the entire population of Luxport knows about it. Some of the furnishing here is actually from 17th century originals, all of which have been undergone painstakingly restoration process just to return to original beauty. Even the glass thing, the colorful ones, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope. Is she one of those like ditzy blonde types? Huh. God. Yeah. Okay. Especially that one, ma'am. It's said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and most distinctive feature of the mansion. By the time I stop talking, her attention is already elsewhere. Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a waste of our time. I don't know. Seems a bit too small. We'd have to break a wall down to have more room. Small? This place is small? Okay. Well, I think it's just right. Don't you think it, Marianne? It is splendid, miss. But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet? Never mind that, it's gonna be no problem. We got a wonderful legal team to handle everything. Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want to change before we move in. The rest of their conversation gets lost in the chat of our companions. I don't make any assumptions yet, but the sheer interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope. Oh, please, please, please let these guys be the one. Eventually our group reaches the kitchen. That's a pretty big kitchen. Nice. And they got a cellar too, I think. Is that what it's called? Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effort has been put into retaining the room's classic appeal. The open hearth at the end of the room in particular looks amazing, like the ones I've only seen in fairy tale books. And mad props to the cleaning crew. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about the soot and tar staining the bricks, and how much of a pain in the arse cleaning this would be, they still managed to pull this off. Or make it look presentable, at least. This is the highlight room, however, is what underneath the hatch here. Oh, don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar? This is the first time the guy in gray speaks up, Mr. Luke Wright, if my memory supplies from the forums they signed earlier. His tone of attentiveness catches me off guard. Since the start of the tour, only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in the place. But this time, something lights up in his eyes at the mention of the Undercroft. What's so interesting about the basement? I don't really understand rich people sometimes. Right now, he gives me the impression of a child who has seen what he absolutely wants for Christmas. I've always found it cute when I see a child act that way. My younger siblings, especially. On a grown man? It's almost funny. Yes, sir. It could house around 11,000 bottles of wine. Damn, that's a lot of wine. Wow. Truly? In the room, how is it built? The bricks that were used to build the cellar have been carefully picked for the purpose of preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room. It's a good place to keep your private collection, if you have one, sir. It keeps the corks in good condition. Although, didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps we could start one here. You know, we're gonna need space for that, darling. And this isn't big enough? If space is what you're worried about, sir, the Overguard Mansion sits on 46-acre lot. Jesus Christ. There's plenty of room for it. We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too. There's a contemplative look on Mr. Wright's face, but he doesn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems pleased and has started to show interest, only a little. I smiled to myself. I may not completely understand how these people's minds work, but I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer with sincere interest. Score. I can't wait to tell Rose. The rest of the tour goes without a hitch. You know, for whatever reason, the wine cellar just makes me seem nervous. Kind of making me think about, like, one of Edgar Allan Poe's stories. God. That was scary as hell. I loved his stuff, though. That was great. After more than half an hour, we were able to cover most every single room on the ground floor, and we're heading to the parlor. Funny. The first time BRC has told us to survey the property, I was complaining to Rose how big it is. Now I can't even bring myself to care, no matter how much my feet hurt. Maybe this is just my excitement over a possible sale. When we reach the parlor, however, an odd feeling washes over me. It starts off as small goosebumps over my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. Whispers in my ear, and shadows dancing, lurking in the corner of my vision. Dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn to look. A chill runs down my spine, making me sick, and I start to break out in cold sweat. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting a break anyway. If I can just... Excuse me, everyone, we'll be taking a 15-minute rest here before we finish the first floor. But in the meantime, please help yourselves to refreshments and snacks prepared. If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help. I let them sit while I retreat to a quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I probably just caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling over my lips in a silent prayer, until a hand taps on my shoulder. Hello? You there? Yes, ma'am? Oh, look at you. Having to show a group around a mansion, this must be exhausting. Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job. What a hard worker. Anyway, Isabel, right? Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right? Ma'am, right? Please, just Hannah. Call me Hannah. I just want to ask, how soon are you able to move? My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plaguing me is suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? She's looking at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer. Wait, ma'am, you see, but we haven't even negotiated a price, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but she stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, her tight smile, she looks like she has tasted a particularly sour lemon. Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem. And just between you and me, this place is better off with us than some old lady who would probably just fill up with cats. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, Ma'am Hannah. I'm sure there's more than enough space if you want pets. Perhaps I'm not feeling well, but really, what's wrong with cats? More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already? Well, I'm more of a dog person. But you see, this is going to be my gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon, and it would be wonderful if you could secure a purchase for us. Why, I can even offer something extra to help us out with the paperwork. We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate. And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about over here? Leave me and our lovely interior designer talk by ourselves. What would people think, darling? Oh, just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork. I tried to wince as her nails sticking my shoulder. I can't help but send an imploring look at Miss McCullough, who seems to be giving me an apologetic smile and a shrug. Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out. She wastes no time taking paper from my hand and shuffles through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is going to be so angry with me for letting her do that. Wonderful. And Marianne, I would love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes? I did, ma'am, but I really hope that this time... Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabella. Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel. It's Isabella. That's right. That's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to our superiors too, and... What's this? Oh, shit. Did I accidentally give her that paper? What an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though, I'm sorry. Darling Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like cheap prop from a D-list horror film. Just love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, not as dreadful as that one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month. You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. But I'm sure you know what to do with our walls once you get started.
I'll be back. Have fun.
Okay. I highly doubt it's as bad as you say, ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It is always, working palette. I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form. It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. Are those papers I handed not enough? I wanted to ask what I did wrong. I don't want to mess this up. But the way Ma'am Hannah is leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what happens if I do interrupt her. That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it. You don't have to tell me that, Buttercup. Shit, I actually gave her the damn, the letter that repeats help me over and over and over again, and at the end I have to give it to five people or else. Well, that's not good. How do you even get mixed in with all that stuff, though, I wonder? A smile is back on her face when she turns to me and hands me a strange piece of paper. I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't hear the rest of what she says after that. I can only stare down at the paper, at the letter in my hand. The sides crinkle my grip, and my breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my mind. Isabella, are you alright? You're looking pale. I didn't even notice Rose Groves joined us in the parlor. I want nothing more than to say no, I'm not alright. But I want to leave this place. Because I can remember everything as clear as day. The letter, the woman in the attic, it's real. The letter, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Careless, I've been so careless. How do you even tell them without looking I've gone mad? Shit. No, don't show the letter. let's keep the letter hidden. Rose. The words are stuck in my throat. I want to tell her. I really do. How does this affect my relationship? Oh, what the hell? Why did it boost Marianne's again? Okay. I'm not really sure what caused that to boost, but alright, I'll deal with that. I'll take it. How do I have a better relationship with Marianne, though, out of every single person, including the person I've known for, what was it said, 5 years? I want to tell her, I really do. But is she going to believe me? She already dismissed me earlier. It's a concussion, she said. It's not. There's really something in this house, in that attic, in that letter. It's going to come after us. Please, please believe me. Dear me, is Isabella alright? Maybe Hannah's voice breaks through the haze that begins to cloud through my mind. Rose is already looking down at me, worry etching over her features. I didn't even notice when she removed the wrinkled paper from my hands and pushed me down to sit on a nearby chair. From the edge of my vision, I could make out Miss McCall asking a passing food server for a glass of water. Through it all, Mr. Wright stands in the silence. Although curious, he appears more inclined to watch the scene than help. They're all as likely to believe me as Rose does. To everyone, whatever is in this house is just a hoax, a cautionary tale for children. Isabella, do you need me to call that ambulance? She offers me a drink, but I push it away. I need to get out of here before I can cause any bigger commotion. Clear my head, take a breath of fresh air. Anything to take my mind off of things. No one's gonna believe me anyway. No, I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me, I'll be back. I just need to catch my breath. Bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make a quick exit. It doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused trouble, and Rose can be quite unforgiving with behavior like this. I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me. Isabella, wait. The apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face because her expression instantly shifted something gentler. Her eyes softer, a fond smile spreading on her lips. Hey, I'm not angry. I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you. Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into problems before. If we don't get a deal in today, we can always try a different day. And look. She hesitates, completely turning off before shifting her gaze to her hands. It's a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are filling with pieces of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless. More as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can. But I have this nagging feeling one way or another it'll find its way back to me, regardless of what I do about it. Rose, you have to let them know about... I know you want to get the sale badly. We've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't it? This is the first time I've been assigned a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get my own if I ever win the lottery. But I think, look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we're going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now, my mind stops. What? Wait, no, I can still work. I just need to get myself together. That's what you said earlier. I let it go because, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break. No, you're just kicking me out? No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking for you is take a seat somewhere. I can see you and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over and I'm already feeling that stress. Please hear me this once. She claps her hands together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I do understand, to some extent. That doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful. Whether I myself or the unlikely turn the situation has taken for her, I don't know. I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow. Fine. Okay, I'll step aside for now. You're upset. A little, yeah, obviously. If there's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is. Please don't. I don't want to repeat the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't know what that means. At the memory, both burst into giggles, earning a strange look from the guest milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget the mishap that happened earlier. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess. So, are we good? I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now. I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap up. Please, just stay put. I insist. I'm not an invalid, Rose. You clearly have not seen how you looked either. It's not that bad. Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks. Just stay here, alright? Don't even think about going anywhere. Let me finish what I'm doing here, and I'll take you back to Luxport myself to have that minor bump checked. Or at least wait for me to call someone who will fetch you, okay? Before she's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors linger in the area. Some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass window. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderlies has gathered ways across me and is occupied in a friendly banter about which ones would cost more to buy. Little argument here, the occasional laughter and teasing there. I smile to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've been missing these past few months. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of which, I should call Ash. It's a few hours early from what I told him, but he did ask me to call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him to give me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter. Personal convictions and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable about him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. Well, whatever way it works, a free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose's offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want right now. After a couple minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, we finally call connects.
Ash from Golliwog City. Baggers, watch out.
Shit.
Can't beat me. Looking
What?
for trouble?
Shit, how loud is this thing
I'm
even?
a cool dude.
A sharp
Fine for
ring
an Asian guy.
ringing through the disrupt. The
Ash from
pleasant
Golliwog City.
reply that settled.
Baggers, watch
Soon
out.
enough, the heads
Can't
began to
beat
turn,
me.
and started
Looking
the
for
source,
trouble?
mine
Better
included.
not lie. I'm a cool dude. Pretty fine
My
for
eyes
an
started
Asian
around
guy.
the small crowd, before zeroing on a lone figure crouched behind the same group of old ladies, checking out the decor moments ago.
Better not lie.
He's facing
I'm
away
a
with me,
cool
fumbling
dude.
something
Pretty
in
fine
his
for an
hands.
Asian guy.
But I don't need to see his face to know where his back is. Or recognize that dumb parka anywhere.
Better not lie.
Without
I'm
bothering
a
to end the
cool
call,
dude.
I marched
Pretty
towards him.
fine for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Golliwog City. Baggers, watch out. Can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie.
After what happened
I'm a
today, I'm
cool
really
dude.
not the mood to
Pretty
deal with
fine
this.
for an Asian guy.
Of all
Sup,
times, too. Ashton Frey. Oh, it's right. He is the guy in the trailer. Oh, God, no. Oh, don't be cursed. I don't know why, but I kind of like you. You seemed funny earlier. Especially that ringtone, that's great. Whatever happens next is something I surely will regret for not having recorded. He jumps, lets out an undignified yelp, followed by his phone slipping free out of his grip. It bounces from one hand to another in poor attempt to catch it, before ultimately falling flat on the floor with a sounding clack. I kind of feel sorry for the phone. And the floor. But it's not every day you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn it, stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Oh God. I feel bad for him, but yeah. That ringtone is great. An awkward pause passes between us. A blink. A cough. He makes a face. And then, in a too quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his Views gadget while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he's straightened out. A flush has creeped up his neck and his cheeks. In another universe where we would have known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'd find this adorable. Endearing, even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his obnoxious, calm, and collected disposition. Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I couldn't stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know. His thing still says asshole. Oh my god. What? It missed that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture. I'm so honored to find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor. Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place? For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the canary. Suddenly checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damage or scratches seems to be more interesting activity than explaining himself. Ash? I could be looking to buy a house. A mansion. Yeah, why not? Did you see the view from outside? Doesn't look haunted to me at all. He's messing with me. Ashton, I'm not in the mood. What are you doing here? He changed his lips at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze, but before I can figure out what has caught his attention, places my hand on my shoulder and turns back to face him. I just finished working on something, so I dropped by. I still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. At my confused look, he drops his hand resting on my arm, like he's touched something particularly hot, and casually rubs back of his neck. And I said I'd see if I could pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all. So here I am. Figured you'd be busy, and so I roamed around for a while. Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out. Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client. We have a mandatory sign-up sheet for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam because it says open house. Normal people will actually follow the etiquette here. Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and... No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said, never mind. I was going to leave anyway. Wait, what? Now? Something must have shown on my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how he often looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his gaze, hoping he will drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. Last thing I want to tell him is to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person on earth I think about telling if I can't help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy. Lord knows how many times he's helped me, even without me asking for it. But stuff like ghosts and supernatural, he'll never believe those if he hears it from a friend, especially if it's Rebecca. On a good day, the most harmless thing he can do is give an explanation of why those things have no chance of being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you every single chance you get. Asshole. What did I ever do to him? He never just Rebecca or Zach. I can imagine how things would go down the moment I spilled word of what I saw. Nope, over my dead body. Well, isn't that foreshadowing? Before it catches his attention, I shove the letter deep in my bag. What's wrong? Nothing, let's just go. It doesn't look like nothing to me. We still got Zach's movie tonight, remember? It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey Isabel, wait up! A rush of air greets me as I open the main doors. Not the usual draft, but it's a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps start quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete, in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice, the mansion looming in the background. Whispers calling back to me, shadows beckoning. Help me. Help me. I don't look back. Alright, I'm gonna go and end this for right now. I really need to drink and take a break from talking so much. Thought that was a lot of talking, but I got through it all. Got my mouth still dry. I hope you guys enjoyed. There wasn't as much scariness this time, but it was still a heck of a lot of fun, and I can't wait to continue on to next episodes.